The Bold and the Beautiful Caps. Finn issues a warning to Thomas and Hope expresses her fears to Ridge. At the hospital, Finn checks in on some test results and tells them to get them to him as soon as possible. Ridge shows up to see his dad, but he's getting tests, so he drops by to see Finn. Finn explains he is waiting on the results of those tests as they speak. Ridge asks about his dad and if they'll get the old Eric back. Finn can't see into the future, but Eric is meeting all the markers for his recovery so far. Ridge says he'll always be grateful to Finn for saving his dad's life. Finn admits he doesn't know what he'd have done in his situation, and he has faced situations in which he felt it would have been kinder to let a patient go. Ridge says his dad was done, and Finn came up with an option and he had to make that decision on whether or not to take it. Finn knows he is struggling with that decision until he sees improvement from Eric. Ridge is hopeful that Eric will return as the same person, but if he doesn't, he'll feel responsible. Finn again says Eric is alive and getting stronger, and he sees potential for him to recover fully. Finn also knows Bridget, Brooke, Thomas and Steffi weren't ready to let Eric go either, and he knows how fierce Steffi is when it comes to her family. In the Forrester design office, Steffi asks Hope if she loves Thomas or not. Thomas tells Hope she doesn't have to answer that, but Steffi believes Thomas deserves an honest answer. She knows Thomas's feelings for Hope have gotten stronger, so Hope needs to be straight and answer the question. Hope says she has feelings for Thomas, but Steffi asks how deep are those feelings. Has she told Thomas that she loves him? Thomas tells Steffi that he knows what he's doing, but Steffi wonders if Hope knows what she's doing. She believes Hope will never love Thomas, and she won't let Hope undermine all the progress that Thomas has made. Steffi again asks Hope what she feels if she even has considered Douglas and how she's stringing his father along. Hope tells Steffi this is none of her business and a private family matter. Steffi accuses Hope of fanning the flames and will only break Thomas's heart because she can't love him the way he deserves to be. She calls what Hope is doing unfair. Thomas asks for a moment alone with Steffi, so Hope steps out. Thomas asks if his sister is actively trying to ruin his relationship. Hope runs into Ridge in the office. He explains he just came from the hospital and talked to Finn. Hope calls Finn a great doctor and wishes Steffi would focus on him. Ridge asks what she's talking about. Hope admits Steffi barged in on her and Thomas asking questions about how she feels about Thomas. Ridge asks the same question, how does she feel about Thomas? Ridge immediately backs off and says he's sorry and won't interfere, this is their love life. Hope thanks him and admits she doesn't know what to tell anyone, as she doesn't have an answer. She's trying to live in the moment and see where her heart takes her. It seems to have worked for her mother. She wishes people would give them the space to work this out for themselves. She fears if people keep pushing it could lead to trouble. Back in the design office, Thomas tells Steffi that he sees a future with Hope, but Steffi asks if she's shown she's ready for a future with him. Thomas says he is willing to wait, but Steffi thinks he's been waiting long enough. Thomas assures Steffi that he and Hope are happy, so she should let them be happy together. He assures Steffi he is not getting obsessed with Hope again, but he does love her. He admits she hasn't said she loves him, but she does love him, and they have intimate conversations. Steffi says it's not the same as Hope saying she's in love with him. As they argue, Finn appears and eavesdrops. Thomas begins angry and tells Steffi that he won't allow her to ruin his relationship with Hope. Finn barges in and tells Thomas that he's out of line and should not speak to Steffi that way. He asks Thomas, "Do you hear me?"